Light the beam, everybody. The Sacramento Kings with another W. Although not quite as smooth as some of the previous wins, the Sacramento Kings still end up with the win in a game that was absolutely crazy. The way this game kicked off, it looked like the Spurs were just going to have their way with the Kings, and the the San Antonio Spurs, not exactly the great San Antonio Spurs teams of the past this year, haven't been that great, but certainly looked at to start this game, draining three-pointers left and right. But at the end of the day, the Sacramento Kings stand tall, and it's by and large thanks to one man and one man only, pretty much. Although, I mean, some of the supporting cast was all right, but you got to give a straight shout out to De'Aaron Fox. The Kings, although they won a couple of games there, were playing pretty well when De'Aaron Fox was hurt, beating the Thunder and some other teams. But had they played like this tonight, they would have had no chance against those teams. But De'Aaron Fox, 43 points. Him and Domantas Sabonis are the two big guys. Those are the guys that are really making it happen. Fox and Sabonis. It was a lot of off nights tonight from some of the supporting cast, but I thought Malik Monk was pretty good. But Fox and Sabonis, but mainly De'Aaron Fox. He was pretty much out there for the entirety of the game. 40-plus minutes, 43 points for De'Aaron Fox. This dude is legit. We are talking an absolute superstar. 45.5 from three. He drained 5 of 11, and it was just absolutely fantastic out there. And Sabonis as well with 14 rebounds today. 27 points and 1 block for Sabonis. He's out there for 35 minutes and 17 seconds. But again, this is a game that for the longest time I thought Kings are about to just get blown out of the arena. And I was like, well, they don't seem to play well in Texas after those 2 games down in Houston. And then here over to San Antonio, looked really, really scary here to start this basketball game today. But I'm going to jump into some of the play-by-play and some of what went down today. But like I said, that they were just draining three-pointers. Johnson, Wembanyama, to start this game, were both just knocking down shots, and they were playing strong defense with the steals and the blocks, and they were just having their way. Before you know it, it was actually 23-5. 23-5. And you know how basketball goes, though. Basketball can just be one of those sports where it can look like a complete blowout, and you never count any team out unless it's really late in the fourth quarter. You can never count a team out. Basketball is the kind of sport where a team can get tired, a team can just fall out once the bench comes in, and the opposite team can sometimes make a charge and come back. And that's exactly what happened. It happened a lot faster than I expected. I thought, well, hey, we still got 3.5 more quarters to play. Let's not give up. Before you know it, the Kings were down by just 3 points to end the first quarter. And I was like, this is a basketball game. Actually, they were down by 2 points. I take that back. It was 31-29 at the end of the first quarter. So just like that, we got a game. And then at the half, the Kings had taken a 1-point lead. And it was a very, very hard-fought game from there. Both teams were it was an entertaining game and a hard-fought game. And at the end of the day, the Kings come through in the fourth quarter, outscoring the Spurs 34-26 to take the W. And we'll definitely light the beam tonight for that. But yeah, like I said, when it was 23-7, I didn't give up on him. I was like, this doesn't feel like it's going to be a good night for the Kings. And it's not really a surprise. The Kings have been playing so well. And speaking of playing well, they're about to head over to Dallas, I guess up to Dallas from San Antonio. And they're going to run into a Dallas Mavericks team that is at the moment on a 5 or 6 game winning streak, although they do play, I believe, tomorrow against the Bucks. So that might be advantageous for the Kings because the Dallas Mavericks will have just played a game. Kings will get a nice day off, and then they'll take on those Mavs. We'll see what happens tomorrow as they take on the Bucks. But it's going to be in Dallas. That'll be a tough game. And if the Kings show up like they did today, I don't think they have a chance against the San Antonio or the Dallas Mavericks, because you just got to get more from guys like Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter has been playing great. Today, not so much. He went 1 for 4 from 3. I mean, just was pretty much non-existent out there. I'd say the same for some of the rest. Like Keegan Murray didn't have his best game. He was all right, but didn't have his best game at all. It went over 4 from 3-point range, 3 for 10 from the field, and just pretty much non-existent. Didn't get fouled, didn't shoot any free throws. It was pretty much De'Aaron Fox just taking this game. It's kind of the opposite of the last few games from the Kings when I've been talking about how it's such a team effort. You got 3 or 4 guys or at or over 20 points. Today, well, I guess technically we did have 3 guys with 20 points because Malik Monk was the guy who hit 20 points. Malik Monk had 20, Sabonis had 27, but we needed someone to go 40 plus, and it was De'Aaron Fox. This dude is an absolute stud, an absolute superstar, and he proved it out there on the court today. You can't have him falling down to injury again this season because the Kings are going to absolutely need him out there. But no, Malik Monk was draining some 3-pointers today. So I would say Fox, Sabonis, and Monk, that was pretty much the 3 guys that came out today and played good basketball. Other than that, even Harrison Barnes, I didn't see too much from Barnes today. He was bricking 3-pointers, and I didn't see much defensive contributions from him today. So all in all, I'd say it was a pretty much De'Aaron Fox, easily a player of the game today, and definitely got to give that to him. So, well, an interesting game here. I don't see anybody in the chat or anybody in today's stream, so hopefully someone will watch this after the fact. If so, feel free to comment down below. Brand new channel. We're covering the Sacramento Kings here, 2023-2024 season. We'll see how that goes. I'm trying to do as many post games as I can. I do plan to. It's actually not Wednesday game, not tomorrow, but Sunday. So I do plan to have a post game on Sunday, as well as the Kings will head up to Dallas to take on the Mavs. And then the very next day, the Kings will, I believe it's the first time this season, Kings have had a pretty favorable schedule as far as days off, but they will head over to New Orleans to take on the Pelicans. That'll be Monday. So Sunday a game, Monday a game, day off on Tuesday, and then again on Wednesday with a second game there in New Orleans. That's going to be an interesting 2-game set there against the Pelicans. And by the way, today was an in-season tournament. So the Kings undefeated. They beat the Thunder. They beat the Spurs with the blue color. I don't mind the look of the court. I'm just hoping it doesn't become permanent for every game. But the Spurs, by beating the Spurs, this is they are 2-0. The Kings are 2-0. So I don't know if this in-season tournament, I don't know how much fans are into that or care. But hey, the Kings are looking good in the in-season tournament, and the next one will be against the Timberwolves, and that'll be a Friday, November 24th in Minnesota. And then there will be another one at home, and that'll be against the Golden State Warriors on November 28th on a Tuesday. And they'll take on the Clippers. So just checking out their upcoming schedule here. Lots of interesting games, a lot of crazy schedule here so far with a lot of days off, but it's going to get a little tougher. But, hey, Kings are on a massive winning streak right here. How many is that, 5 or 6? So we got the win today, got the win against the Lakers, got the win against the Cavs, beat the Thunder, beat the Trailblazers. You got to go all the way back. That's 5 in a row. You got to go all the way back to that horrible 2-game set in Houston when they lost 2. And that was the series, I believe, that De'Aaron Fox got hurt, and missed a few games. And how the Kings were able to just keep on rolling and winning. Really impressive. And you got to give a shout out to the rest of these guys like Barnes, like Sabonis, like Herter, and Keegan Murray. Malik Monk has played great. Today he had a pretty good game, but it was all about De'Aaron Fox for the most part. Without De'Aaron Fox, there's no way the Kings win today's basketball game. So thank you guys so much for jumping in. We have some people. Matthew Brittingham. Oh, we got some people. Matthew Brittingham says 2 now. I don't know. We had 0 for the longest time, which is all good. Hey, we're brand new here. We're just starting out. I didn't start right after the game. I think that hurt it for sure, but I wasn't able to start right after the game today. I don't know if I'll be able to start right after the game on Sunday either in Dallas. I visit Dallas often. I don't think I won't be there on Sunday. I wish I could. But I'll try to hit up some Kings games definitely at home this year. Try to hit some Sacramento Kings games for sure, and get over there to the arena. But player of the game today, De'Aaron Fox. Make sure to light the beam, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, Matthew Brittingham, you like baseball? I got a baseball stream scheduled for right after this one, we got to talk about the Atlanta Braves getting the All-Star game in 2025, the city of Atlanta, which they deserve it. They should have had it in 2021, in my opinion. And we'll talk about some of the awards, some of the baseball MLB awards that were given out in 2023. And they're looking forward to that. But the Kings win today. Light the beam, ladies and gents. Thank you so much for joining me on this one. Player of the game, De'Aaron Fox. If you're coming here and checking this video out after the stream, hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button. And we'll talk to y'all in the next one. Oh, you're going to be there? It's about to start in about 10 minutes. I got to change up the graphics, do a little research. And we're going to start it. Change my clothes. I got to get my baseball gear on. We're going to start it. We'll see you guys there.